So apparently, I think they do this every at the end of every year. Pornhub puts out like the most popular
Oh, I
searched
saw this. Yeah, okay.
terms,
Yeah.
and and the one I found interesting is they do one by states, and it says United States top relative searches. Terms searched more often in each state when compared to all others. So, like, I don't think these are necessarily like the most searched term in each state, but like it's like basically like the kink term that for whatever reason gets more play in each state compared to every other. And so I found this really interesting. And so I'm going to play a little game with you here, AJ. Is can you guess the kink of each state? I won't go through all of them. Like I'll do some of the more fun ones. So AJ, we're in Oregon. What do you think Oregon's Pornhub search kink is?
People are weird here. Furry?
No, but there is a state with furry. Mississippi is the furry state.
Mississippi is the
Mississippi,
furry state?
yes.
Oh, wow.
Oregon, nudist. We're going for nudists, which I
That
mean
doesn't seem extreme enough for Oregon.
there are a lot of hippies here though, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Um, okay, AJ, you're from Texas. What do you think Texas's kink is? What's their
Oh,
search
when
term?
I was younger, I heard a radio show in Texas talking about this. It was teen.
Well, you know what's weird is so teen isn't I don't think on any of these, but I'm guessing, like I said, like I bet teen is probably the most searched in a lot of states, but these are
Hmm.
just like the ones relative to other states. So like, uh,
Hmm.
so these are more like niche things. But for Texas, creamy,
Oh my
creamy,
God.
not not cream pie, creamy,
Creamy?
just
What?
creamy.
Oh my goodness. That's a
Uh,
weird. Okay, all right. That's a weird way to put that. I guess I don't
Now this one surprised me too. Okay, AJ, my home state of Montana,
know.
rugged Montana.
Yeah.
What do you think Montana's kink is?
And now that you said rugged, I gotta think it's something pegging maybe.
Well, there might be pegging involved. BDSM is
Okay.
Montana's kink, which is interesting. Um, this is like a lame one, but what do you think our neighbors to the north, Washington State? What do you think theirs is?
A lame one, huh?
Yeah,
I feel like I've touched all the weird ones that I can think of. You gotta tell me, man.
sensual sex.
What?
Sensual sex is what their search term.
That's their kink? Sensual?
I know, right? That's so weird.
They're the
Actually,
most normal people, I guess. I don't know. What are they doing normally then? If that's their kink, sensual.
that's true. Like they're all just having like really rough sex, and so they're like,
Like
okay, I'm gonna get
orgies.
some. I'm gonna get some sensual sex.
What if we did some normal missionary? That'd be wild.
Okay, I'm gonna like hit some of the other ones that I just think are. I think okay, the one I find probably the funniest is in North Dakota. Okay, their kink, loud, wet sex.
What?
It's so specific. Loud, wet sex.
That does not sound good. That doesn't sound. That sounds gross.
It does sound gross and very peculiar. I mean, it's just so
Anyone
like.
was also kind of gross. This is also gross.
I mean, I do wonder how it like. Are some people like searching loud sex and other people wet sex, and they just like put them together? Are people actually like, I could go for some loud wet sex? It's just
Yeah,
such a funny term.
it is weird. Yeah, I don't know how that became popularized. Like more than one person thought of that. That's so strange to me.
Okay, AJ, I got one you actually might be able to guess. What is Utah's search term?
Oh, that's got to be docking or something.
You're right. You're on the right track. It's just Mormon in general, Mormon porn.
What is that? I mean, drinking milk and holding hands?
Along the same lines, kind of. Um, what do you think Nevada's search term is?
Oh, it's got to be something insane, right? But I mean, you're saying it's along the same lines.
Well,
That's
just like how Mormon is very specific to Utah, this would be
oh,
very specific to Nevada.
showgirls.
That's a good guess. Vegas, just Vegas
Okay,
porn in general. Which
all
I'm
right.
like, what is that? Like, just
I don't
people.
know.
There's another one like that too. Hawaii. Their term is just Hawaiian, so they're like very insular. Like, oh, we like ourselves. You would think they would want something a little exotic when they go for the porn, right? Like something out of the what they see every day.
Yeah, I I I actually looked up. I saw this. I saw another article about these porn searches, and I think the number one, which surprised me, because like they're not a very big part of the population, like as a whole. Like there's more like I don't know. The ebony was number one in the U.S., and
Oh,
there's more white women in America. I was surprised by that. By
yeah.
far, there's more white women.
I was going to mention. I actually wish I would have copied that map as well because yeah, I remember it was what was interesting. Well, first of all, it was funny because like South America just said anal on it. I'm like, okay, south of the border, they're obsessed with south of the border, I guess. But what was interesting is like Africa, like the search term was ebony. Like the Middle East, the search term was Arab. Russia, the search term was Russia. So they're almost like all insular, like we like what we see, but America, which has a reputation of being racist, we're actually like ebony. So I was
Yeah,
like, that seems almost progressive for us.
it does. It does. You know what else shocked me? Some of the bigger countries in the world were not on this list. Like, how are they, like you're telling me China's not watching this? India's not watching this? Pakistan, Indonesia?
Well,
Like,
China, though, I think their internet is somewhat restricted by the government. So theirs could
oh,
either
maybe it's
be
the case with all those countries then. It might be the case. I
it
don't
could be a
know.
thing where maybe porn is restricted to them, or a thing where we just
Or they
don't
have their
have,
own sites that they go to.
or we don't have the means to, or like maybe Pornhub there doesn't have the means to like accurately see what they're searching for whatever reason. I don't know, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, they might have their own local sites too. I know, like that might be a thing.
that could be too. Yeah, because like any country where you can get porn, people are going to watch porn, and even most
Yeah,
countries where you probably it is restricted, like they're probably getting it somehow, you know.
yeah.
What do you think California is their search term?
Gosh, actresses? I don't know. I mean,
This one's actually
just
very specific too. Not just stepmom, Asian
Hmm.
stepmom.
Oh, okay. I mean, they have a large Asian population there. Asian
um,
stepmom. That is interesting.
in
Okay.
New Mexico, Native American, which there I know
I
there
guess
are
that
like
makes.
there are reservations in New Mexico, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Oklahoma just says sex dick.
What? Sex dick.
Sex dick. I would be almost embarrassed to be in some of these states. Um, okay, AJ, one state had to do it. BBC, the old big black, you know what? What state do you
Hmm.
think is obsessed with the BBC?
Gosh, I'm surprised that multiple states aren't obsessed with that. It seems like
That's
a very
true.
popular
That's true.
category. Um, I'll go with New York.
Nope, it's the Big Wheezy, Louisiana.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let's see, what is New York? Oh, weird. New York is body swap porn.
What?
Body swap porn. That's a
How is that a
freaky.
category?
That's a freaky deaky Friday.
What? That is such a unique category.
Oh my god, some of these Connecticut double vaginal.
So like 2 in 1 sort of
Two,
thing?
yeah, 2 in 1. Oh,
No.
oh, District of Columbia is on here, and this one's interesting. Big ass cop.
Big ass cop
Big ass cop.
in District of Columbia? Okay.
That's it. Some of these, I gotta say, some of these really are interesting.
That kind of reminds me of that story of that cop lady who was banging like 5 dudes.
Oh, right, right.
Did you see the picture of her?
Yeah, we did a story of her on the show at that
She
time.
looks like this like innocent little like I don't know, like it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, actually, if you go back in our feeds, like when we did that story, like I posted the picture of that lady. But yeah,
Oh,
you're right. You're right.
and the dude she was with, I mean, they were some big dudes. Like,
There were some BBCs.
yeah, she was getting those BBCs.
This one I found interesting. So New Jersey, Turkish, Turkish porn. That sounds very specific. Is there a big Turkish community in New Jersey?
I guess so. I don't know. This is telling me a lot about the demographics of states, though.
I know. Tennessee likes giantess porn, like
Giant.
giant women, I guess, or maybe giant men too.
I like tall women. Tall women are beautiful.
But yeah, but like if I was searching, I would just search tall women. Like I wouldn't say like giantess. Like or
Yeah.
maybe that's just how Pornhub categorizes it, and people are really just like tall, but they're like, oh, giantess sounds better.
Amazon.
Ohio is interesting. Small dick porn in Ohio. Small dick.
That's not a good look for you, Ohio. That's not a good look.
Oh, Illinois, the ass eating state.
Okay.
You'll have to move there.
Oh man, ass eating is it's become very popular with the youths. I don't know how it became a thing, but it is.
This is one I don't even know what this one means necessarily. Missouri transformation porn. Not trans porn, transformation porn. Like I don't know what that is. Is that like people transform into animals or something? Like I don't know what that.
Transformers.
It's these metal robots clanging together.
Oil spills out the end.
Good lord. Oh, okay. This one's is a case of like opposites attract. I think Wyoming goth porn.
That is unexpected. Yeah.
Some of these like, good lord. West Virginia nip slip is their search term.
Jeez, that's it.
Iowa likes their cartoon porn. Nebraska just says rub. Idaho
Don't bump
likes
into anybody from Nebraska. Jeez.
Idaho likes the dildo ride.
Hmm. Seems pretty tame.
You'd think Florida would be something freaky, but there's just fantasy porn.
Yeah, but what are those fantasies? Like two
That's true.
alligators,
That's true.
a boa.
Maine is thruple. Thruple.
That's just a threesome. Why are they renaming it?
That's true. That sounds like a tall slash giantess thing where they're just
Yeah.
trying to. And Wisconsin is swingers.
Mm.
Oh, Minnesota is tickling.
I mean, when it's porn, though, everybody's a swinger. I know it's a fantasy, but
That's true, yeah. I think we've covered like the most interesting ones, but still, my favorite, North Dakota, loud, wet sex. That's just
yeah, that is
classic.
wild. They got the earphones up all the way.
It's so loud and wet.